All right, everybody, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Straight up energy reading. I said I was going to single this one out, right? I did some readings with Steve earlier in the month, and those were about Jupiter and the North Node and Pluto in the retrograde and the North Node and all of that. Now we've got Neptune, fastest winds in the solar system. You can take wind however you want. I don't know. They might be handy at an elevator if you wanted to pull a prank, I suppose, your friend Neptune. But Neptune is having semi-sex with the North Node of Destiny. Now, it's happening around the 30th is where it's peaking, but Neptune's a slow-moving planet. So, it kind of is at the stage, I mean, we're not really getting pants off with this here. It's a semi-sextile, but we're at the stage where the belt is being undone anyway right now. What is this all about? What does this energy do, all jokes aside? It brings up imagination, but it's something... It's sort of a spiritual test in a sense. And I know everybody hates that. I don't mean it that way literally, all right? You don't need a number 2 pencil and you fill in the B and the C and all of that. It's not about that. It's whether or not you trust that the universe has your back, right? I always tell you, the universe has your back. Its timing is perfect. Right? It brings you the right people in the right situations at just the right time and nothing that you can't handle. The universe brings you that. Free will decisions on all the fuckers around you bring you all kinds of shit that you can't handle. But the universe doesn't send you anything you can't handle. Or God, source, you, however you want to look at it. Okay? But your neighbor will send you all sorts of shit that you're like, I don't think I can deal with this, and you're shaking. You know, call the police, you know, that kind of a thing. So, this is about faith, about trust that the universe has your back. Your imagination is being activated. It's being rebooted, okay, in a big, big way. I have done nothing with this deck. I pick it up. It's got a Knight of Swords at the bottom and a Hierophant. I like this, but I'm going to cut the deck anyway, okay? I like it. No, this is great. This would be perfect. If you want to take that, you could take that. I could literally have started the video, lied, and said, this is my pre-shuffle. I shuffled, you know, whatever. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm telling you. I didn't do anything, and it's perfect, right? Imagination. You might say, well, where's imagination there, Steve? Well, I mean, there's your faith. I didn't even know that was there. Imagination kind of lives here quite a bit. Imagination, you got to be free, liberal. Think about somebody who's very creative. Think about artists, right? They're very free and liberal. They're not usually militant, right? I mean, they can be, I suppose. There were some block artists at some point in time. But generally speaking, if you go down to Venice to the artist community or something like that, they don't have tanks parked in their yard. You know, they're very free, very liberal. It's very nice. So let's cut the deck anyway, even though that's fucking perfect. And let's see. Let's just get a theme energy here. I don't know. This could all go to shit right now. It can totally do that. I don't know, but it's not going to. This is nice. This is nice. It's saying yes. It's saying I'm right so far. Well, let's just go one more in. The 7 of Cups. I'll go one more. The Strength card. I'll go one more. And the Ace of Wands. There's going to be a lot of opportunities that are coming your way. There's going to be a lot of things that you've wanted that may not play out exactly as you wanted them to. You're going to have to, in this energy, trust that the universe has your back. And you will come up with creative solutions. That 7 of Cups is still talking about creativity. People who are creative come up with different ways to do things, different ways to deal with things, don't they? Right? Creative people come up with solutions, you know. I mean, it is what it is. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at here. All right. Shuffle the deck. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here where you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Definitely here for a reason with any North Node reading. All right. If you're here, you probably are getting a major course correction. It's like the monthly readings. That Cancer, the all signs position in the zodiac fly-through was very specific. Very, you know. I even said in the reading, I said, I bet a lot of people have already shut off. I bet they have. Because it just wasn't for them. They're just not being activated, you know. Nobody gets activated that thinks that they're the shit and they've got everything already. I've already got it all sussed. I'm good, right? And there's a shit ton of those people on the internet, let me tell you. Nothing's happening for them. They're being passed by a kindly cosmos and missing the whole fucking thing. Happens all the time. It ends with a lot of regret. You can take solace in that if you're on the tail end of some of their criticisms, But hey, it is what it is. Let's see where we go. This reading is timeless. All right, it's peaking around the 30th, like I said, but Neptune's a slow-moving planet. Right now, we're just taking off the North Node's belt. I mean, we're just trying to loosen it. It's one of those fancy ones. Oh, the fucking Forever 21 belt, that fucking thing. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Just one little latch. I mean, why has it got it? What's with the five and the thing and it clips on the back? Fuck off, right? Chariot, here we go. Let's do it. Let's bang. Right, the Chariot right here. Underneath that, the Seven of Wands. This is the overall energy of the reading we're going to pull. I'm going to pull this in relation to you. Okay? I am. Why? Because I fucking feel like it. I'm going to do a pyramid. Your feelings are here. How other people see you is here. Oh, it's going to be fun in this energy. And right here is the potential final outcome for you. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I just got done telling you. God, source, the universe, doesn't send you anything you can't handle. There's a reason I'm telling you this. It's part of this energy. God, source, the universe, Yugelvon, whatever the fuck you believe in, Volkswagen, I don't care, doesn't send you anything that you can't handle. Free will decisions on the fuckers around you sends you lots of shit that seems difficult to handle. All right, keep that in mind. You need to be able to tell the difference here because it's one of those energies where you're going to get it from all sides. But the only stuff that matters is what God's source, the universe, is sending you. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right? And I just mention all that just in case. I don't know what I got religious people here. I got people that aren't. It's just energy, Steve. Okay, fine. But, you try to make everybody happy, and you end up making nobody. I know. For some people, Volkswagen is their God. I mean, I don't know. Chariot. The overall energy. I think this is other people's energy attached to you. This is not you. Other people seem determined to jam you up. This is part of your test right now. Other people seem determined to get your way. They might be casing you out, trying to figure out what's going on with you. Again, Eight of Swords. You might get, this right here, the overall energy is why I told you what I just told you. The only thing that matters is what God, source, the universe, or Volkswagen is sending you. That's it. Or Yugelvon, whatever. Whatever you believe in. This is other people. It feels like other people. They almost seem like they're determined to fuck up your day, doesn't it sometimes? Other people, doesn't it? It seems like sometimes they're just determined to fuck up your day. I mean, and they might be. All right? That's not your test. You don't have to, it doesn't even matter. You can yell at them. You can do whatever. It doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with it. It's a sideline issue. All right? Your test is going on in the classroom. Outside the room are some fuckers trying to distract you by tapping on the window. They got nothing to do with the test. All right? It's a good analogy. It's a good way to look at it. Just pull the shades down. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, let's do it. We're ready. A reading with me. Okay, right here, your feelings during this time frame. What is this time frame? Probably June. You can think of it as an extension of a monthly reading, but a specialized monthly reading. Okay. The Hermit. Look at you. Look at you. Spiritual growth on crack. Okay. Why is that here? The Hangman. Spiritual growth on crack. Okay. Why is that? What's going on here? Ace of Cups. Emotional growth on crack. All right. It's just something about this energy, and I think it happens relatively quickly within the energy field. In other words, it could start now. It's here now. The energy is here. It's been here since probably a couple of days ago. It's been here since the weekend. But I think around the time it peaks, I think you feel this fairly quickly. This is an energy of everything feels different. The world seems different to you. You suddenly see reality. I'm giving you just key phrases of ways to just riff on the energy. This is someone who suddenly sees reality. But it's not the reality of everybody's wearing a mask and, oh my God, this is crap kind of a thing. It's the reality of who you really are. This is about figuring out who you really are. This is an interesting energy. There's that energy of imagination that's here. We don't have a lot of imagination in here. This is massive energy growth. This is your frequency going up. This is a lot of, it stirs your creative juices. Be prepared to be creative. If you've had a dry spell, if you've been an artist and you've had a dry spell, be prepared to be creative. This type of thing will show up in your horoscopes somewhere. It'd be better off if you read general horoscopes and rather than specific signs. You know, just read about the astrology that's going on. But yeah, this will kick up your creativity on crack. Or you'll fall back in love with something. Maybe yourself, or maybe painting or clog dancing. I don't know. Okay? How do other people see you? Well, I can tell you right now. Just fucking hell. Okay, how do other people see you? Two of Wands. Making plans. Other people see you making plans, doing things, setting the intentions, planning projects. I don't know. I drifted into Grimace there for a moment. Hey, Ronald. Right? I don't know. Why is that? Lovers. Yeah. People see you making choices that move you away from them. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. The geese are flying south, right? No, the universe opens up a path, okay? That's what it's doing right now. But this card is that. This is a 5D energy. It used to be called the choice. It is sometimes. The universe lights up a path. It sets the fucking thing on fire. It's up to your free will, your level of faith that the universe has your back, whether or not you follow that path, okay? I think when we clarify this, we're going to see a lot of people trying to stop you from following that path. I can already see it, and they're fucking determined. Probably because it moves you away from them. This happens all the time. You know, you get the guilt trip from some family member because you're moving away. What you mean you're moving to another country? Oh my God, what will I do? Oh, I don't know. You'll probably melt the moment I leave. I have no idea. You know, is it your fault that they didn't get a life? I have no idea. But it shouldn't stop you from getting one, right? Here, right here. This is what we got. Other people see you making plans, making choices. You are this reading, especially with this high vibration, assumes that you're seeing the lit path and you're making that choice. Again, this energy is about you having faith. That trust that the universe has your back, right? And the imagination to see why it might be a good idea to go this way. If you do, you're rewarded with greater imagination on top of that. This is nice. This is very nice energy. It really is. Okay. I mean, not for this person. I mean, somebody attached to you sees you going. I think it's a lot of people. I think you might. These are the energies that are happening right now. And I mentioned this in my write-up maybe about the month of June. I may have said, you know, you're cutting some people out. I mean, you know, it is a time where we're separating the wheat from the chaff. But it's because our destiny is being laid out before us. You're being shown this path that's being lit up that you seem to be following is the path. It is the thing. It is where you're supposed to be going. Had the energy of Neptune not been involved with a semi-sex kind of thing, you know, we get a little excited. You know, even if it's a dry hump, we get a little excited. You're in a good mood at least, but you're not in a bad mood while it's happening, right? Assuming you're agreeing to it. You're not in a bad mood while it's happening. You're very agreeable to following this path. It's a very smooth energy. It's nice. Okay. Till the policeman knocks on your window, you know, hey, you kids, right? Potential final outcome for you. Red with the hangman. Been there, done that. I said once as a joke, as a judgment, God sourced the universe. I've been talking about it, right? God sourced the universe, Volkswagen, Jugelbahn, it's all right there. The universe has your back. You prove it. You are going to prove it to yourself. That's the final outcome, unless you succumb to this, which I don't think you will. The only way you will is if you fail the test. and you don't think the universe has your back. You don't trust it. This path is tricky. That 7 of Cups that I showed you after the cut, you have the imagination to come up with creative ways to go down the path. Sometimes, whether it's IQ or EQ, right? Intelligent people, whether you're smart emotionally, smart intellectually, or both, right? Smart people see more angles than dumb people. Plain and simple. Dumb people see one, oh, that's good, that's bad. Oh, no, right? You can find different ways to look at things. In fact, the more ways you can find to look at things, the smarter you are. I'll save you the trouble from taking an IQ test or an EQ test, okay? You could just, the more solutions, the more ways you can look at something. If you could find something that other people see as horrifying and find the sense of humor in it, you're probably pretty smart, At the end of the day, you probably are, I'll tell you what. There's generally about 12 to 18 ways to look at things. That's generally, 12 is pretty easy. 12 different ways to see things. Most people, who I tell you not to be like all the time, see 3 on a good day. On a good day, they see 3 things. And they immediately stop at the one that makes them look right. Right? There you go. There you go. I love it. You'll know it if you're an artist. This is your kind of energy. It's the fucker who comes into your comments and wants to tell you what they would have done with your painting, or what they would have done with your song, or whatever it is, or your clog dance routine. I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have put the loopy with the leg right in there, and I would have whatever. That is the worst kind of person. If you are someone who does that, you need to stop and take a look at yourself. Nobody gives a fuck what you would have done. Okay? Nobody. I tell you what. All right. You're certainly not the artist. That's for damn sure. Okay. Let's see where we go. Yeah, right here, judgment. I said, God, source, the universe itself. Volkswagen, whatever. All right. Till the cop knocks on the window, right? I joked a long time ago. I started to say it, then I wanted to make sure I explained this right. I'm going to clarify the hangman. I tell you, in the small town I grew up in, the cops had seen every teenager naked. All of them. It's like they the town doctor or something. I mean, it's crazy. The young lady, put your pants on. That's pretty much the most commonly used phrase in the evening time in the summer. All right, the hangman. When you grow up in a small town, there's nothing else to do. You just get into trouble, or you bang, you fool around. There isn't anything else to do. Whoa, flew out of the deck. Holy crap. 9 wands. I'll never understand city kids. I wasn't a city kid, but I'll never understand why they get into trouble. You got so much shit to do around there. I mean, my God. You got all we got is fucking dirt and some rivers. That's it. You got shit to do. Why are you bothering getting into trouble? I don't know. I think it might just be fun, I guess. 7 of Pentacles fell on the ground, and the Death card right there. Yeah, you're going to see something you didn't see before. And I say that in the feelings position. I mean see like feel. You're going to feel something you never felt before. It's going to change your life. Something life-changing could potentially happen here. You figure something out. It's like an epiphany. Something finally makes sense to you. I get it now. Oh my God. I know why Steve's an asshole. I mean, I don't know. Whatever it is, it could be that. I hope it is. That's very flattering. If I'm your epiphany, that's wild. But anyway, I hope not. I hope it's something much bigger than that for you that benefits you a little more. But yeah, no, it is. It's divine timing. It's up to you. It's up to your free will. But again, it ties to the test. You got to believe that the universe has your back. You got to have some faith. Okay? You have no choice here. You're just going to be shown a lot of things. And it might take a little of this creativity to look at it and see it a certain way. Now, this is you going deep. You may need to meditate on it. Okay? You should sit with it. But as you do that, some level of, I'm going to call it deep emotional creativity comes up here. Right? I don't know. it's like a crystal blue persuasion. A little bit of that. You know, what's going on here? I don't know. It's deep. Yeah, it is. It's, you know. This I could take this same reading and make it an LSD trip. I mean, I kind of could. It's a bit of that. Purple haze will be in your brain. Lately, things, they won't seem the same. Maybe in the case of Neptune, it's blue haze. You know, but it's got kind of a purplish. It leans toward the purple a little bit. All right. Here we go. Ace of Cups. All right. Keep in mind, though, I don't say anything or joke about anything that's not part of these energies. I gave you an astrology thing here, a science thing. Neptune's got the fastest winds in the solar system. They can blow up to 1,500 miles an hour. Imagine that. Right? That'll fuck up your picnic. I tell you what, your picnic will be halfway across the state in 5 seconds. So keep in mind, if you blink, you'll miss this. All right? This epiphany isn't something that's hanging around all day. You know, you got to sit with it. You're going to sit with about 1 second, and I'm being generous by saying a second. 1 second of epiphany you sit with, and that creative imagination, that depth runs with it. It's no different than an LSD trip where did you see that thing on the wall? What's it doing? It's like a spot on the wall, and they focus on it and focus on it. All of a sudden it becomes a kaleidoscope, then it turns into a dragon, and then it turns into whatever. That's the kind of shit that's going on here. This is trippy shit, which is also why you got to have faith that the universe has your back. You're okay, you're fine, you're safe, okay? But you're sitting with a little dot, a little moment. That's all. Ace of Cups, tell me about it. All right. This is great energy. This is great energy. I hope this reading's for you. It's terrific. I hope you can do this. I hope you can. A lot of people can't. Even people that fancy themselves high vibration, or they fancy themselves intuitive, or this, that, or the other thing. You know, this is tough. Because that epiphany doesn't last long, and you need to catch it. You don't need to be ready for it. It's there. It makes itself known. It's just, it goes by that quick. It'll make you feel something so deep, you'll want to sit with it, right? I don't care. What if I'm at work, Steve? If you're at work, fake a fucking stomach ache and get the fuck out of there and go sit with it. I don't care. It's way more important, right? All you got to do is throw up and you can get sent home. Nobody wants anybody at the office that's throwing up. All right? For God's sake. Again, use your imagination. It should be super hyper imaginative here. You don't have to really throw up. You just sound like you are. Like, I mean, that's all you got to do. What the hell? All right, these flew out of the deck right here. What's on top? Oh, fuck me. Okay. All right. The Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the bridge of the Five of Pentacles. And the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. Oh, man. This is amazing. This is, I guess, the universe's way of saying, I don't like this one. I don't mind these. If I take this out of the equation, this is something here that, again, it's new to a lot of you, so it'll feel really weird, so take it slow. But there's something, you benefit from this in a way that's been a long time coming. It's part of your, this whole thing that's playing out, it's not just directing you down destiny's path, it's part of your destiny. And this right here, the Five of Pentacles, well, the cards also flew sort of out reversed. So I probably should have pulled them reversed, but my intuition said pull them upright, but I can see now they flow either way. All right, you have to be very careful here because you can use your imagination both ways. Imagination can get you jammed up, or it can free you from things. Try to aim toward liberation, not overthinking, and that's how you avoid that. All right, feel everything, think very little. All right, it's a shit ton of healing here. Right? But this shuts down the brain. This is that Four of Swords read, not healing, not void, where the brain shuts down and the soul takes over. You see what I'm saying? Or heart chakra takes over, either or. So less thinking, more feeling. All right? That's where your imagination lives anyway. All right? Use it's like I say about music. Create music. Play what sounds good. Doesn't matter about the theory. It doesn't matter a major and a minor. You can't do that. But can't what? If it sounds good, it is good. But if you get stuck, then you kick your brain into gear like putting the truck in four-wheel drive, and you use the theory to dig yourself out of a hole. That's it. So you create with the feeling, and you use the theory to dig yourself out of a hole if you need to. Same principle applies here. All right, now let's talk about these fuckers. All right, other people see you making plans. Okay. Two of Wands. I bet they do. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. All right. Five of Cups. Cross it. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Everybody. Other people see you unhappy with them, making plans, doing something you'll regret later. Okay, there you go. They're seeing it in an air of regret. Oh, it's not, oh, Steve's viewers making plans. Isn't this wonderful? They're flying south. It's Steve's viewers making plans. They're gonna regret it. I know. Right? It's a bit of that. Okay. All right. This is what happens when you get too locked into things. All right, here we go. Queen of Pentacles. Why is that here? The Seven of Swords. Yeah. Somebody thinks you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Other people think you don't know what you're doing, and they're determined to stop you or thwart you in some way. It's all an illusion. It's all bullshit. It's all an illusion. They think you don't know what you're doing. You seem like you know what you're doing, but they don't think you do. Okay. Now, they see you moving away from them. This could be family. This could be an ex that maybe thought you had a shot at getting back together. You might break up with somebody after this. You could. Make your own decision. I'm not telling you to. But this is a fucking awakening here. And the advice I gave you around this card, very, very important. All this, everything I said here is very important. I don't care if it's your awakening or trying to write a good song. Whatever it is, it's important. All right? This is all a very emotional thing. Well, it's semi-sex. I mean, it's all emotional anyway. We're not having a conversation here, right? Unzip those. Let's go. The Lovers. So you'll fly south. Other people see you flying south, moving away from them. Yeah, I believe it. I've had a King of Wands go by. Why did I say I believe it? I've had a King of Wands go by, show itself to me, and a Ten of Swords. So you're hurting somebody's ego by leaving. Well, you do, don't you? Why do you think mama or somebody gives you a guilt trip when you're going to move away? Oh, you're going to be gone. You're going to be whatever. Because they didn't. You know, my grandfather admitted that to me a long time ago. He did everything he was supposed to do. It was my grandfather on my mother's side. He did everything he was supposed to do. He got out of back in his day. If you weren't married by 24, it was too late. Right, he had the 4 kids, he had the this, and he worked his regular job every day at the mill, and he did his thing and blah blah blah. And he pretty much said, if you need anything, if you need any help, he saw me being more adventurous, and he said, you're making the right call, kid. Basically, sure. So yeah, you're hurting somebody's ego. It hurts people that can't admit that. Most people can't admit that. They just throw you a guilt trip to get you to stay, so they don't have to look at the fact that they didn't. That's all. All right, here we go. The Fool. Yeah. Your leap of faith. It requires a leap of faith. Faith. The universe has your back. You're flying south. Other people see you doing it. They think you're doing it on a whim. They think you're just willy-nilly. I don't think you are. I think you feel something here big. What's on top? The Nine of Swords. Yeah. There they are. Anxiety. It makes them look at themselves. What you're doing, your change, forces some of the people around you to look at their lives. And that's never good. People don't like to do that. Most people don't do that. They don't like silence. They like noise. They like to have people around them. They keep things going. They need distractions, because when they sit in the silence, which you have the vibration to do if this is for you, that makes you a very rare person, because most people don't like the silence, because it forces them to look at themselves and all the things they didn't do and they could have done but they didn't do because they didn't have the courage, or it went against what they were taught or core programmed to do by the people around them. It's what happens. Here you are, high vibration, going silent, realizing some things. You may cut some people out of your life. You may move away from some people. Or they may just feel that that's happening. That's fine. That's their problem, not yours. Don't make it yours. They're determined to make it your fucking problem. They're determined to thwart you, right? Hold you back. Make you second guess yourself and feel like, am I making the right decision? Did I do the right thing here? Why is that here? 10 of Wands, right? It's a lot of pressure. They're going to take that pressure and transfer it to you. Okay? Their 10 of Wands is a direct result of your Ace of Swords. This resets to an ace. The suits don't have to match. This is somebody else's problem. That's fine. Final outcome. God, Source, the universe, Yugelvon, Volkswagen. You had faith. Right? You had faith in the people's car. Good for you. Right? All right, here we go. All right. All right. Judgment. Final outcome. It's a phoenix rising energy in your final outcome, but it's a reward for having faith that the Fool, which you do. I could see you do. Right? And you're going to, over here, right? You're going to, this is really an LSD trip. And I'm not telling you to take LSD. You don't have to. It's free right here. And typically with that, it's a split thing. They're focused on one little thing on the wall. One little speck on the wall turns into craziness. How do I know that? My parents were fucking hippies. I tell you that all the time. I have seen every drug in action. I was the little kid who sat there on the couch and watched them all make assholes out of themselves. I watched one of my dad's friends, Walt. His name was Walt. That's all I know. I don't know his last name. Walt focused on the lamp on the table one time for like 10 minutes. By the time he was done, he was talking to it. And I think he made a date with it. Okay, so I have seen it all. I'm telling you, that's what this is. Then the secret to it is to focus on one thing. That's what I noticed. The people that have bad trips on that stuff focused on a bunch of different things. And what happens is it gets all jumbled up and it becomes crazy. If you just focus on the one thing, you get a lot out of it. This is that one epiphany. Focus on it. It's a very short amount of time. It's a split second, but focus on it. You will get a shit ton out of it. A lot. Okay? Keep thought out of it. All right? It's a remake of a Tina Turner song. What's thought got to do with it instead of love? Right? What's thought got to do with it? Nothing. Right? Keep that in mind. Judgment. Why is it here? Give me the final outcome from my viewers. Let's go. Said all I need to say here. All right. I've even taught you how to trip properly. Come on, the things I teach you. Honestly. All right. And if you're going to bang in a car, I'll teach you one more thing. Keep your pants about halfway on. All right. Last thing you want to do when the cop knocks on the window is get out and have nothing on. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, then you got to clamor for it. Well, where are they? Oh, shit. That kind of a thing. It's okay. It's proper etiquette in the car to leave things on. Boots, pants, whatever. All right. I'm just saying. I speak from experience. And I can't get rid of this. 5 cups. It was here. Now, it's there. We got to see what's under it. There he is. The ego. We already talked about it. All right. I think your philosophy here with passing this test, if you pass this test, I'll give you the teacher's edition. I'll give you the cheat code, if you will. Is the thing that you will regret it later, and you will feel like a little wuss. Okay? Can I put it that way? You'll feel like a little wussy. Oh, you'll pump yourself up. You'll come up with excuses. You're either going to come up with excuses not to do it, right? But if you might, but you'll regret it. Or you're going to do it. You're going to man up or woman up and do it, okay? A little bit. Faith, in this case, requires a little bit of confidence in yourself, okay? You got to have faith that the universe has your back, but also faith that you can handle whatever the universe throws you, which again is why I said at the beginning of this, it's not the universe that throws you things you can't handle. It's the fuckers around you, right? The guilt trip, hello, that are laid upon you. Oh, I'm leaving, and they're gonna miss me. Oh, too fucking bad. Whatever. Most of you aren't going anywhere. You're not packing up, right? You're not moving to Tibet. All you're doing here is changing spiritually how you see the world, emotionally how you feel the world. It's something. It's incredible. It ties a little bit to the activation, the healing activation I talked about in the Cancer reading for June. I'm sure. I'm certain of it. What's on top here? The Ace of Wands. And what's that here? The Ten of Pentacles. What did I say? Look. Do I have to snap my fingers again? In a split second. I say, it's not a good snapping day. The humidity's not right. Okay? I can do better, but there you go. In a split second, your life changes here. If you have faith in the universe. This is an amazing thing. All right? It's time for you. This small little moment is a huge opportunity. It lights a new fire in your belly. This path that you're on, either for some of you, you're just getting confirmation that you've been on the right path, which in and of itself is a confidence builder. But if you're one of the people that gets confirmation that you're not on the right path, don't regret that. Don't look back and dwell on mistakes. Oh, I fucked up, right? There you are, outside with no pants on. I just told you not to do that. And there you are. See, you don't listen. That's the problem. And that's why you get busted like that. It really is. Your pants are way over there. It's way more embarrassing than just quickly pulling them up. I'm telling you. Anyway, my point is, you might get confirmation that you're on the wrong path. Don't let that hold you back. Everything changes in a New York minute, in a split second, however you want to look at it. I'm going to pull a bridging energy here. Just for we didn't know what was I'm right, okay? I'm spot the fuck on here. This reading is chock full of tips. I'll tell you what. At the very least, some of you won't be the talk of the police department in your local town for weeks to come. All right, let's shuffle the deck. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. Pay attention to everything I said here. Here, don't let people guilt trip you. Okay, that's fucking stop. Whatever is happening, this awakening for you is forcing the people around you, just as an explanation for this, to look at themselves. People don't do that. Most people don't sit in the silence. They surround themselves with noise so they don't have to. They bury their heads in the sand. They don't look at it. You are high enough vibration that you do. And it makes other people around you uncomfortable. And if you lose a few friends, it's not like you're telling them to fuck off. They're just going to disappear. Let them. Let them fucking disappear. Let them quietly move it off into the shadows. You may not even realize it until a year later. Hey, I haven't seen so-and-so in a year. Whatever. Don't pick up the phone. Don't give them a call. Anything that leaves you or enters your life during this phase here is for a reason. All right? This is a very important alignment. It's why I fucking singled it out. I even told you I was going to single it out in the May write-up. This is why. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. I always think crossing guard when I say that. I always picture a crossing guard in my head. Does anybody else do that when I say crossing card? Do you picture a crossing guard? Wow. We're totally soulmates if that's the case. That's a total connection right there. That's awesome. All right, here we go. It's true, probably. Here we go. That's weird. It instantly fucking goes there. It's wild. All right. The most powerful card I could pull. The sun, the world, the sun. There's that 7 of Cups. I like the 7 of Cups. And there's the Strength card coming back. I like this. In a world of possibilities. It reminds me of that song from the original, the Gene Wilder version, not the Johnny Depp piece of shit. The Gene Wilder version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? They had that song, A World of Infinite Information, Imagination, or whatever the fuck it is. You know, the main big song for that. It's right here. It's right here. Which I always found that song to be a bit of an acid trip, to be honest. That whole movie is a weird trip. I'll tell you what. All right. Anyway, fuel for your imagination is passion. The more passion you give it, Leo energy, passionate forward movement. It's two Leo energies crossing each other. This energy also, I will tell you, because this is here. This energy plays out, because I wasn't sure. I said, well, it's probably a June type thing. This energy plays out all the way through. Starting right now, it peaks on the 30th of May, 2026, and it plays out all the way through Jupiter's transit through Leo, which starts at the end of June. So it gets a booster shot from that. So in other words, you are like super creative, influencing people around you. People are worried because you're forcing all of it, everything I talked about. It's a big time period. It's a big reading. See, I knew there was a reason I singled this one out. The more passion you give, the more creative you get, the more your life changes. It's up to you. And it all stems from how much faith you have that the universe has your back and the path that's lit before you, that you get a split second to see, that you expand on with your little LSD trip here. You gotta really trust that that's the right path. For some of you, it won't look like it is. Trust that it is, even if it's clog dancing. I mean, it might be. Hey, I'm just saying, you know. Steve, I am a serious ballet dancer. Okay, I do not clog dance. Yeah, but that might be where the money is. You know, you never know. You know, you might be a serious rock musician. Big deal. You got your band together, big hair, boots. I got a few of those guys that watch this channel. But your real bread and butter, your $1 million payday might be you playing children's songs on a little acoustic guitar, right? Barefoot, sitting there on a stool, you know, singing Ladybug Picnic. You never fucking know, all right? It may not be Aerosmith. That might not be your future. You never can tell. So don't judge it. Go with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm exaggerating to be funny, but go with it. That's your reading. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. We're going to dig a little bit into your trip. A little bit. We'll go there. All right. We'll take a trip to McDonald Land a little bit. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.